What a great card. That was the main card was truly filled with great fights. Bunch of finishes, bunch of KOs. Didn't I don't think we had a single sub on this card. Oh, we had two subs early on.
Yeah, the first fight was a sub.
But I mean just straight KOs on the main card and starting off the main card we had Tai Tuivasa and Louis Sutherland. What a disappointing fight that was. I mean, there's really not much to be said about that fight. It's just other than Tuivasa sucks. He's not at a good point in his career right now.
Sorry. Yeah, no, dude, that was a horrible fight. I mean, Louis Sutherland controlled the fight for 12 minutes and Tai Tuivasa landed total of 27 strikes. So, I mean, if he's not on his way out of the UFC, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't deserve a spot.
cut him. Cut him. That was I literally fell asleep during that fight. That's how fucking bad it was. My body could not handle seeing two fat guys sit on each other for 15 minutes and
You know
they
you
gave
liked it.
in.
You know you liked it.
Love it when they have their shirts off.
Anything else, Daniel?
Sorry, my dad's texting me. Um, no, I that was. I mean, you want my take on the whole main card, or just Tuivasa fight?
Just Tuivasa. We're talking about that one right now.
Cut Sutherland and Tuivasa. Fucking Jesus Christ, that was a war crime. Fucking making people watch that at fucking 5 a.m. in the morning. That is ridiculous. That should be. They should use that as fucking torture in the CIA, bro. Just lock
Yeah,
you in a room with that fight and the Teixeira. Actually, the Talos and Teixeira fight was actually kind of funny, at least, right?
Yeah,
But this was,
sure.
oh my fucking God, bro. I would rather watch fucking paint dry.
yeah, there's nothing
I
fun
think
about
we
that
got to
fight.
point out that you actually fell asleep during the fight, Daniel.
Yes. Yes. And
That's how
because of
bad it
that, I
was.
missed the fucking Rahiki fight and the fucking Pericic fight, man.
Parachute.
Two great fights.
Yeah, I mean you just mentioned it, the Brando Pericic fight. Now that is a fight we can really talk about. He came out against Kazeev. He looked pretty sharp. And I mean the guy looks like a pretty well polished fighter. I think one thing I would bring up is maybe the cardio. I think he can work on that though. And the striking looked great. I mean that KO was impressive. He just straight flatlined him.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no, that was I mean, I was surprised Gazee made it out of the first round. I mean, he looks pretty. He got hit pretty hard. So Gazee's, he's got a chin on him,
He was
and
throwing
that
back
KO,
too.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I really thought he was gonna go down that first one. I'm a little bit upset. I did have Brando in the first round. Um, but I mean, Brando did exactly what I thought he was going to do. He went out there, showed that his striking was a lot better, and got a fucking crazy KO. But like you said, I think when he fights someone, if he comes against someone like say Waldo, dude. I mean, Waldo's like the top contender right now, but Waldo is going to outclass him just because he's going to have more cardio than him. And his striking is good, but it's not as clean as like someone like Waldo. So he does have some improvement if he wants to compete with those guys in the top five.
Definitely.
ab- absolutely. And Yazid didn't look bad, dude. He didn't look bad. He got that takedown. He had some control. He was throwing back. But Pericic is just going to be. I think he's going to be a good addition to the heavyweight division, dude. He looks
Yeah.
dangerous.
I love what
That
they're
cardio
doing.
does need work, though.
Yeah, I agree. But I love what they're doing with the heavyweight division. I think it's in a really good place from where it was even just 3 months ago. It keeps getting filled with some new talent that looks like it's well-rounded, has decent cardio, can put on exciting fights, unlike Tai Tuivasa. So it's kind of shifting towards a new era of heavyweight fighters, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm
I'm
not here for
absolutely
Louis
here for it.
Sutherland or Tai Tuivasa. Cut both of them, bro.
no.
You think Louis Sutherland gets cut too?
Well, he lost two fights in a row, right? And then puts on one of the most boring fucking fights I've ever seen in my goddamn life. And then
Very true.
screams on the cage like he got a fucking monster KO. Bro, you should hang your head in fucking shame.
They should keep him around to feed to fucking noobs, but
No, yeah,
Yeah,
keep him around for one more fight. I want to see him get fucking knocked out again.
yeah, exactly.
he'd be a low level gatekeeper at most.
Yeah.
I
An
mean, but a
upper
low
ranking
level
gatekeeper.
gatekeeper that just lays on people. I think we should not. I think that should be even more discouraged than just fucking losing. At least if you go on like a 3 fight losing streak and they're all like good fights and you're going out there and swinging, I think that should be more, you know, like that's way more beneficial to the fans than some guy that goes out there and lays on somebody for 15 minutes and goes, "Ah, yeah, yeah." Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I can tell you got upset by that fight, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I'm so upset about that. Dude, not only because Ty losing like broke like 5 fucking parlays for me. I know Mari feels the same.
Yeah, he fucked me
It's just
over.
even if dude, Ty got slumped in the first round or something like that, bro. Like at least something fucking happened. It's
Right.
just ah. Same thing about the GM3 versus Malkoon fight, bro. Malkoon could have finished him in the first round. He's like, oh, let me wrestle with this guy whose literally only game plan is to like go on his back and try to submit me. Like it's
Hey, but another fight
ugh.
where something happened was that Rahiki fight. And I mean, ever since we saw Rahiki on Contender Series, we've been high on him and we saw the vision of what he can be, and he's living up to that so far. He's still undefeated at 9-0 now. He's gotten three straight KO wins. I mean, it's what you want to see from a guy that has a ton of potential and is still young and is only going to keep getting better.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
100%. You know what?
100%. Yeah, 100, yeah. I mean, I like to say that I did call the KO. You should watch back the preview. I said the KO was going to come. I said Schmid was going to be mid, and I was exactly right with that prediction.
Yeah, I feel like an absolute fool. Daniel, you said it best. It's either going to be the stupidest bet you've ever done or the smartest. Schmid was probably the fucking worst bet I've ever done. But Rahiki's looking good. He was sharp as fuck, dude, and he fought last month, and so he's like seems like he's always in fighting shape. So I mean, he's going to be a good fixture for the featherweight division. I think he's going to climb the ranks pretty fast.
Yeah, I love
Yeah, I think
Rahiki.
they need to give him someone that's a little bit more scary at this point. I mean, I think they've given
Oh,
him,
absolutely.
Hardwick, which was definitely kind of a layup. And then Schmid stepping in on, short notice
I
as a
mean,
debut. I think it's
I
time for a challenge.
I'd love to see him against Jack Jenkins once he's healthy. If they can rebook that fight, I think that would be a good fight
Yeah.
for Rahiki to really show himself against someone that is a well-rounded fighter and has that UFC experience. But I love Rahiki. I think the sky's the limit for him. I can see him quickly climbing up to the top of featherweight, but there's some real killers in that division, so he's gonna need to keep working and learning and growing as a fighter. So, but he looked good on all fronts.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely. I'd like to see him fight someone in the top 15 in the next 2 to 3 fights.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, if he wins them all,
100%.
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, talking about top 15, we got Steve Erceg, who took on Tim Elliott. Those are two top 15 guys in the flyweight division. And I mean Tim Elliott, a lot of people were kind of high on him coming into the fight, a lot of line movement. And in that first round he looked like he was worth that underdog shot. But down the stretch, Erceg, I mean, he just showed that he is just a step above and was able to find his timing and just piece him up basically.
Yeah, I mean, I never saw. I mean, the only value I saw in Tim Elliott was like a freak submission. If he was somehow able to stand up in that position. But Usyk is just such a complete fighter. I saw this fight going is exactly how it went. I was hoping that he could actually get a finish in this fight. I would love to see that. I think that'd give him, a better chance of, a title shot again. But yeah, no, he looked fantastic. But Tim Elliott just did Tim Elliott thing. It's like, what do you? That's what he does, man.
Yeah. I mean, Tim Elliott didn't look horrible. Honestly, I like that underdog line when he started fighting in the first round, but down the stretch. It just got sloppy for him. But he did land a shit ton of leg kicks, dude. He was chewing up Urseg's legs a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Urseg handled that well though, outstruck him by a large amount. And yeah, that was a great fight. Urseg looks good. I think he should fight someone in the top 10 next. He was just ranked number 12. Maybe Assassin Baby again.
Yeah, I'd like to see that back.
I like that one.
Yeah, I think that would make sense for both of them right now, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what the UFC has planned for that division. I think Horiguchi's in there too. That'd be interesting to see.
Horiguchi versus Cop just got booked.
Yeah, true. True. That's gonna be at the Apex. They low-key stacked that Apex card, but
Yeah.
that's another time, another discussion. Co-main event, Saul killed against Dariush. The biggest step up Saul killed had ever made in competition, and he handled it like an absolute pro. Made it look easy against Dariush. Weathered a slight little storm where he slipped. It looked like it was more of a slip than
Yeah.
him getting dropped, and came out and got the KO against Janil Dariush, who's a vet of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit surprised there. I really thought he was gonna make it to the second round at least. But
Same.
it looks like Dariush just didn't want it on the feet with Salkeld. I think he must just hit people fucking pretty differently because Dariush just beat Moicano, not too long ago, who just beat Chris Duncan, who's another legit fighter. So he's not like he's completely washed. I think that this just says more about Salkeld than anything. I mean, that knockout, man, like he slumped him onto his knees like that. And obviously, it wasn't like a clean knockout. He still got the TKO, but he
Yeah.
looked fucking fantastic, man. And like, yeah, Dariush held him against the fence for like fucking 2 minutes of that fight, and that seems like that was really his only shot at staying in there. I wish he
Yeah.
did it just a little bit longer and made it to the second round.
feel I feel the same way about the main event. I had a round four knockout as we talked about. But
Dude, we told you no,
That
bro.
was not.
We
well, I
told
We'll
you
get to
placed
that.
it.
that.
We'll get to
We
that.
we both did. I literally sent you the round three, round four prop.
I placed that one days before, so I should have just hit round three instead.
Dude,
Or
we literally told you days before too. You said round four, and we're like both like, no, it's gonna be round three.
I'd already put it in. It was too late.
God, man. Okay, let's talk
I'm
about
a
the fucking
stubborn
main
bastard.
event, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, Saul killed. I will say
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Good. Good to hear.
weathered that storm fucking wonderfully because Fadil is a high level grappler. Saul killed. Prevented the takedown, which was fucking awesome. Um, I don't know if it says too much about his takedown defense in general, or he just was on top of it that fight. And then yeah,
I think he showed pretty high level there.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
no, totally. I mean, it just seems like he's pretty fucking strong, bro.
Yeah.
It seems like Dariush is like he was trying to get in there, and all he could really do is hold him against the fence for like dear life because he was getting out of there.
I think
Mhm.
about the way he handled Malarkey too. I mean, he kind of big broed him, like
Yeah,
he does seem like he's able to control guys and win grappling exchanges, wrestling exchanges. So,
100%.
And
He
he's
looks
got
super
that
complete right now.
fucking power, dude. He's got
yeah.
like that
Hmm.
that
And I
that touch
mean,
of that.
now he's going to crack into the rankings, so I think
Yeah,
he's up for some interesting fights in that division. A lot of potential like big name fights for him, and I wouldn't be surprised if the UFC tries to get him back in there ASAP.
I
Oh,
agree.
100%. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, he took no damage in there. He's gonna want to be back ASAP.
yeah. And speaking of the touch of death, Carlos Prates with those knees and elbows, dude. I was trying to find a video to show my buddy in the bar because he missed the fights, dude. There was one elbow that Carlos missed, and it
Oh,
literally
that would
looked.
have cracked his skull.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my god! Do
he
you
would have
guys know
went
what I'm
down for
talking about? Was
100%.
that
Yeah, I
round
Yeah,
saw
three?
that.
That was round. Oh my god!
Yeah, no, he
that
really
was
went for the
scary.
kill round three. I mean, dude, the way Carlos Prates hits people, I genuinely think is different, man. I think, yeah, Poetan, right? You look at, all of his knockouts, they're all TKOs, right? This is the first time that Carlos Prates hasn't just straight up slumped someone and not had to follow it up. And
Yeah.
that's, I mean, JDM's a tough, tough fucking bastard. Because he was
Tough
getting
bastard,
those
dude.
knees up the. I'm surprised he didn't get dropped by any of those knees at the middle. He just ate them somehow. And did you see when he went back to his corner after round two? He goes, ah, and his coach goes, no, ah. Bro, I feel bad for JDM. I hope he gets a good comeback fight. He still deserves to be with the best of the best, but man, I think Carlos Prates is either, he's next in line for the title shot after, whoever Islam, like Islam Ian
Probably
Gary, or
Gary. Yeah.
Yeah, King.
right? But I think Carlos Prates beats Gary in a rematch. I'd love to see Carlos Prates versus Michael Morales. That would be the most exciting fight in division. Way more exciting than Gary versus Islam. Let's fucking be honest, right?
I want Islam against Morales. I want that fight.
You
I,
want Islam Morales?
Yeah.
That would be fucking fun,
that would be
actually.
fun,
But
yeah.
I would be down a
on the
lot.
topic of
I'm,
Carlos Prates, I mean, he's an absolutely deadly, deadly killer, and he shows like no regard for human life. Like he comes in there to kill you. Like he does not care who you are, how nice you are, the family you have, anything. He comes for chaos, and it's awesome to see. And I mean, I feel like we gotta enjoy it because this is an insane title run he's on right now. You look at his record in the UFC, all his wins are knockouts. Like this, it's kind of like reminding me of Cody Garbrandt when he was on his title run. He was knocking everybody out and making it look easy. So I hope he can get to that title and I mean he'd probably face off against Islam. And I mean, no one gave Garbrandt a chance when he went against Dominic Cruz. So that'd be a lot of similarities to me. So that'd be an awesome fight to see. Prates is really on a different level with his power and his mentality and IQ as well. Because like you said, Daniel, I mean, throughout the night, we'd seen people dropped, and then the guys would go and grapple with them, and Prates was like, "Nah, get back up."
Hmm. Oh,
he
he
wanted that
knows where he
knockout,
shines, and
dude.
he knows
Yeah.
that people don't want to fight with him like that on the feet, man. He is one of my favorite fighters. And the thing is, he's also like, yeah, you said that he has no regard for human life, but that's just in the cage. When you see him outside the cage, he is super respectful. Like, I saw someone ask him a question about Ian Gary's wife, and as much as everyone loves to joke about Ian Gary's wife, he answered it very respectfully. He's a class act and a fucking demon in the cage. How can you not love him?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
dude.
seems like a great dude.
He's I like that comparison to Cody Garbrandt, but Carlos Prates is definitely the hottest prospect I'd say in the UFC right now to be champ in the near future. By the end of 2026, I'd say he's the hottest prospect to be champ, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, this guy's fucking allergic to a boring fight. JDM is tough as nails. Tough as nails. Definitely should have resorted to grappling a little more. I mean, he got that takedown at the end of the first round, like fucking nothing, too.
Yeah.
It was so easy. He took him down and he controlled him for like a minute,
Well,
So
I think Pratos kind of let him, bro. I hate to say it, but
it
I think
does seem like that.
he kind of was just like, oh, whatever. There's 30 seconds left. I'm just gonna sit here and talk shit to him
Yeah,
for and then come back because when he tried that again in the second, he got up right away.
true.
It's
I
not
mean,
like he didn't try to.
the thing with Prates is he's
We got
so
in there.
tough to take down because you got to go through all these knees and elbows and
Yeah.
barrage of strikes because oh, look at Caden. He looks ready to kill.
Wielding the sword.
That's
Yeah,
scary. But I
the
mean,
sword of
just the
power.
range that he fights at. I mean, you saw how far Jack would have. I mean, it would have had to go just to enter on a takedown, you know?
Yeah,
So, I mean, it's just dangerous to try to take him down because you're gonna eat a knee or an uppercut or something. So, that's the advantage he has, and he wasn't able to use that the same way against Gary. So I think that's why he struggled in finding that range and that timing. But now, like Daniel said in a rematch, I think he's got that down, and he knows he can hurt anybody in the world with enough punches and enough time. So 25 minutes, I think, would be more than enough, and he'd be able to get that dub.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think I mean he almost found it at the end of the fifth round versus Gary, and I was worried about this fight, like I'm him getting backed up the same that he did with Gary, and but his footwork has gotten so much better. I mean he talked about it like that being a big point of learning from that fight. And I truly do think that Carlos Prates has the best like Muay Thai in the UFC. I don't think anyone does pure Muay Thai better than he does. The way he throws fucking elbows, the way he throws knees, it's man, it's so sick, man. It's I fucking love watching him fight. It's what a guy.
Truly a martial artist.
Oh,
Truly.
100%.
Yeah, I think he wins in a rematch against Gary. I don't
You just
know.
sniffed us in before you put it in.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's the good
yeah.
shit.
Little
Just to
smelling
get me,
salts.
yeah, just to get me going. But they, what was I saying? Yeah, I think he wins in a rematch against Gary. I mean, I don't know who else other than Morales and Islam gives him a run for his money in the division. I kind of wish Shavkat was still around, but we all saw that video of
Yeah.
him barely able to stand on one leg, dude. Just looking all sorts of out of shape. So that's a conversation for another time, but super unfortunate. But yeah, Carlos Prates is hot. I don't think anyone in the division can really stop him from getting that title shot.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think it's gonna happen, but I hope we see Ian Gary versus Prates very, very soon. Whether or not, because I mean, I think it's either gonna be him versus Morales before it, or he gets the next title shot, which will probably against Islam again, right? I really don't think Ian Gary beats Islam.
Yeah, I don't think so either. No
But
shot.
I just want to see Carlos Prates just fucking knock out Ian Gary for what he did to Shavkat and how he said, "Oh, I ended his career. Fuck you, Ian Gary."
Yeah, fucking dirtbag, dude.
God, man. And I was talking about being a class act. Ian Gary, he's the fucking opposite, bro. You know who I love for how he talked about Ian Gary is JDM, bro. In his last fight, he was like, "Yeah, he kept trying to give you M&Ms and M's and stuff, like when he was a kid." And JDM goes, "Yeah, I don't think that's his kid." That guy, fucking, what a goddamn clown.
Yeah, bragging about ending Shavkat's career is kind of what drew the
After
line for
fucking
me.
losing to him too, it's not like he
Yeah,
like stomped his knee like Khalil Roundtree to Bukaskas, right?
yeah.
No, you just lost and you hurt his knee during the fight, bro. You fucking cock. Ugh.
I can
Yeah,
tell
but
you have a lot of emotions about this one,
yeah,
Daniel.
clearly.
Well,
Gee.
I mean,
Understandably so.
why the fuck would you say that, bro? That's
Well, that's besides the
fucking
point. That
ridiculous.
has nothing to do with
No
this
honor.
card.
Yeah, no,
So
but yeah, I
Yeah,
know it does, but it has something to do with the division.
yeah,
that it
but
does.
I mean,
That it
this
does.
Anyways,
card,
I mean, dude,
yeah,
welterweight division is hot right now. Fucking hot.
Welterweight's
for sure.
probably the best
I
division right
can't wait
now.
to see what happens next, man.
Definitely my favorite division.
Yeah,
I gotta say it's still light heavyweight, but
Also
that's
a
right.
top one.
Super
But
top.
I mean, that was a recap for this week. Next week we're looking at Hamzat against Strickland and Tyra against Vance. So got some good fights lined up, and we'll be breaking those down pretty soon. And
Stick
so
around for the
yeah,
preview.